My name's Chuck Guth. I've been coming to Fork now for over 4 years. I totally love this church. It's just such a family-friendly type of church. I'm a deacon. I'm active in the children's ministry. I'm married to Karen. We've been married 9 years. I have a daughter, Courtney, who is now a freshman at the University of Maryland. Go Terps! And I have a stepdaughter who is now a senior at Delaney. My first involvement with Compassion International was back in 2004, and like most people, it was sponsoring a child. It wasn't something that I had really ever thought about. My daughter was very excited, and I think Stephanie was too, to let's sponsor a child. And I know we went back and forth to the table probably 2 or 3 times trying to pick out the child that we thought was special. But that was really my first involvement. We picked out a girl named Linda. We liked her because she looked a little bit spunky, and we thought she'd be like our little boy. She had her hands on her hips and definitely had an attitude, and we fell in love with her, and we ended up sponsoring her. Other than that, really there was nothing else that was special about my relationship. I did the right thing. I sent in my monthly payment, and I wrote her probably about 4 times a year. We look forward to getting the letters from her, but other than that, there really was no deep involvement that I had with Compassion. I can honestly say that my life changed in 2007 when I went on a sponsor tour with Compassion to meet my sponsored child. We went down to Honduras, and it totally changed my life. I've been on mission trips before, but it's always gone, to serve, build a church, build a home, something like this. This was different because it was from a sponsor viewpoint. And we went into urban and rural areas and just actually going into the homes. I saw the poverty that was there, things that you've heard about but never really got to see firsthand. 8 people sleeping, in 2 beds. It just breaks your heart. We got to see some of the projects where the children go that are sponsored through Compassion. And just seeing the love that people had for them. Probably the biggest day of all was meeting my sponsored child. And we met at a water park, which was similar to something we'd probably see like here, Six Flags or something, but very different scale. But this was something that these children would never get to go to. And we went there, and I'm looking for Linda. And again, there was 50 of us on the trip, so there were at least 50 kids, plus an adult, plus someone from the project. So I'm looking for her, and I don't see her. And of course, I'm looking for this girl with her hands on her hips with a spunky attitude. And they called her name, and out from the crowd stepped probably the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. She was dressed, and this is a girl that's in poverty, but she was dressed totally in what we would think would be an Easter dress, totally in white. She had on a white hat. She came forward and took one look at Karen and I and just burst into tears. And I totally look at that picture and blew my mind. Looking at her with the love that she had for what we were doing changed my life forever. When I came back, there was an opportunity that I could become an advocate, which basically means that my ministry would be helping these children, encouraging people to sponsor, encouraging people to find out more about Compassion and its different programs. Compassion as an organization is all about integrity, and everything they do is about the child. And I was able to see that integrity by speaking with all the different employees. It just totally sold me on the fact that Compassion does what they say they're going to do, and that just totally mattered to me. And that's what Jesus so many times in the Bible calls us, to take care of the widows, the orphans. And that's Compassion's whole mandate, is releasing children from poverty in the name of Jesus. It's what we're called to do. And just the simple fact that I've seen it work, and time again, meeting the children, seeing it in action, and knowing that it does make a difference, it makes it all so worthwhile.